protect the players in that way, and also in case there's anything like the federation needs to step in as a mediator to just make sure that the players get the money and whatever they have to do, and also there's no same day traveling. So that means like if you play today, even if you're going to play in Ibadan today, you just about 2 hours maximum at 6 o'clock. You cannot travel today. So that means that you have to travel. You'll have been back on your journey yesterday, get a rest and have a rest and play today. Even if you play at about 2 o'clock, where they play games at about 2 o'clock, there's no same day travel. You cannot travel back to Lagos that same day.
What if the club can't really afford accommodation and all that? Because you have to put the teams in the hotel.
But they have to.
Okay.
They definitely have to.
Is there something the clubs signed, with MBBF before they joined the league? Because I'm seeing some new clubs and all that in the basketball league.
We had a pre-season meeting with the teams, and we showed them all what is going to change if we all want to move forward. So we have to just change the way we do things in the past.
And they've all agreed to it.
They all agree. We had pre-season meeting, with the team, and like my minister said and my president said, it changed that from me.
Okay. Let's talk about the competition itself. I mean, we've seen some really one-sided score lines in the women's league. How competitive is the men's league going to be, considering we've seen some really a lot of new teams actually in this year's edition? I mean, what about the competition?
Especially Atlantic Conference.
Because fans don't want to turn up to watch beatdowns and stuff like that. So how competitive, these teams, and do you think they all have, what it takes to give fans exciting basketball?
It's going to be competitive because, some people are thinking that maybe because the absence of Union Bank, Northern
Warriors, they don't know what exactly.
But you'll be surprised that the new team, the young team, Hoops and Reed, they are very good. Because they took everybody by surprise in the National Division 1. And if anybody's underrating them in this Premier League, they will be doomed. So I think there's going to be competition. So no doubt about that.
You? I mean,
does that mean quickly, maybe a follow-up to what you just said about Union Bank and Islanders, don't know what it is. Does that mean completely they're frozen out, or they're in the National League? If they're able to get promotion, they come back to the top flight?
They can't, because they've not told us they have not left the ABL. They are still there. Okay. As long as you belong to the ABL, you can't belong.
Okay, you can belong. Okay, so that.
Yeah, I want Olumide's inputs on that in terms of competition. I mean, what are we to expect?
Oh well, I mean, probably first of all, for clarification purposes, Nigerian police played 2 seasons ago. They just got relegated. So they were not like new to the league. So they stayed in the league for like 17, 18 years being in the league. So they just had so they went there to come back up. The same with the NAF Rockets. We're talking about NAF Rockets, that's where you had most ex-international players played out there. Sani Ahmed. You're talking about Wonder Boy, they call him Wonder Boy then, that's Odaudu, Peter Odaudu. Okay. You're talking about Dola, all those players that play for Nigeria, even including Coach Sani, who is a Canopilas coach. So they played with the NAF Rocket back in the days, also including my president. So when you go out there, NAF is not like a new team. The only new team that you can talk about right there now is Hoops and Reed. Okay. So, but probably they're very young, athletic. So then they just upgraded themselves with experienced players, which is probably just going to take a lot of people by surprise this year, like my colleague just said. So then on the other side, defender. They were in the league like 3-4 seasons ago, which is like defender, a civil defense. So probably, we're still going to miss the light of Union Bank, Dudan Warriors, Islanders. Yes, that's the kind of team that already established, but we would love to have them to make the competition better, so everybody have to make their choice.
Okay, let's talk about this. Right? When the results start coming in.
Let's talk about these Hoops and Reed. That's your club. The way Patrick just talked about the fact that they took everyone by surprise in order making it into the top flight. Now, this club, Hoops and Reed, when was it founded? Just how many years ago?
Probably I found out about 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So probably about 75% of the players are players that played who went through my foundation through the basketball camp and academy that I established. So last year we have a boy right now who's an NBA prospect, Ife, who's in the NBA African Academy in Senegal. Yeah, so that means the next 2-3 years probably just going to be like a prospect. He was a candidate for Young Player of the Year. We have Owen, who was a Young Player of the Year. So we have Tafan, we have Balaji. We have young guys that probably just dedicated, they're all disciplined. But probably at the same time, the future, the way we constructed the team is like hoops and read, play basketball, and go to school.
Right?
So life after basketball, right now, 85%, about 50% are in school right now. About 35 just finished their school. They're about to go back for their masters, and about 15% just they still want to do one or two things, just be in school.
So obviously it's a very young side, very talented as well too. So don't you think lack of experience might just count against them in the league?
Yeah, well, probably I know we have a couple of experienced players there, but I mean, before you become a perfect or a master in something, somehow was a beginner.
Yeah, start somewhere, right?
Let us ask this tricky question. You own a club, in NBBF. You're a board member in NBBF, a technical aspect of it and all that. Will there not be any conflicts?
No, probably, of course not.
There
will not be conflict because when it comes to that, it has to draw the line.
Okay.
Because when anything that concerns the team or the club, it doesn't have to come out and speak about it. But we handle it professionally. I mean, the technical people are there, but he has to deal with his team outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to decision making, it doesn't want to. It won't come close to that.
Okay.
Let me just have something there quick, like Mr. Patrick said, my colleagues are probably out there. I probably know. I mean, I'm not going to be the first one kind of just going to be in that situation. There's a lot of people there, but probably in the professionalism with my experience, what I did, we had a director of basketball operation, I have a team manager, I have a general manager, I have a player development manager. So those are the ones that deal with the team day-to-day activities. Yes, I sign their checks.
Okay.
But I do not get anything else to do, decision with the team. So, and I already made it clear known to everybody at the board meeting before I just started that I'm on this side, I'm not on your side.
Okay, all right, I get that. We'll go for a break now, we'll come back. We'll be looking at results from the Women's League and also the fixtures for today.